August 1945. The Pacific War reaches its climax. But imagine a different path. A path where the United States does not drop the atomic bomb. A path where the skies remain clear of mushroom clouds. And instead, millions of American soldiers prepare to storm the Japanese homeland. This is the invasion that never happened.
The real history is familiar. 2 atomic bombs fell, on Hiroshima and then Nagasaki. Japan surrendered. The Second World War ended. But what if Washington had chosen another course? What if the United States had launched the invasion of Japan? Operation Downfall. It was planned in detail. 2 massive assaults, Operation Olympic to seize Kyushu, the southern island, and Operation Coronet, a strike at Honshu, the heartland, and Tokyo itself. More than 5 million Allied troops stood ready. Japan, meanwhile, prepared to defend its soil, to the last breath. Operation Downfall would have been the largest amphibious invasion in human history. Bigger than Normandy, bigger than D-Day. A storm of men, machines, and firepower crashing against fortified beaches and mountain strongholds. The United States had overwhelming power, battleships, carriers, bombers, tanks. But Japan had something else. A home field advantage, and a willingness to die rather than surrender. Civilians were drilled to resist. Kamikaze planes waited in hidden airfields. Thousands of suicide boats lurked along the coasts. It would not just be soldiers facing soldiers, it would be a nation, fighting for its very survival. In Europe, Hitler's Reich collapsed under the weight of invasion. In the Pacific, island by island, Japan had already been beaten back. But the Japanese homeland was different. Rugged terrain, fierce spirit, a culture of honor that made surrender unthinkable. At Normandy, Allied forces suffered over 10,000 casualties on the first day. Military planners estimated the invasion of Japan could cost more than 1 million Allied lives. For Japan, losses might soar past 5, even 10 million. And unlike Germany, Japan's cities were already devastated by firebombing. Millions were displaced. Starvation loomed. An invasion would push the nation to the edge of annihilation. So what would have happened if the order had been given? November 1945. American forces strike Kyushu. Waves of Marines and soldiers come ashore. At first, resistance is light, but soon the beaches erupt. Suicide planes crash into carriers offshore. Japanese soldiers, dug deep into tunnels, fight to the death. Each hill, each cave, becomes a fortress. As months pass, more divisions pour in. Casualties mount. Winter sets in. Civilians are caught in the fire. Entire towns become battlefields. The Japanese army retreats north, but never breaks. Spring, 1946. Operation Coronet begins. 500,000 Americans strike at the Kanto Plain near Tokyo. Here, the decisive battle unfolds. Japanese forces, though outnumbered, throw everything into the defense. Artillery, hidden tanks, even teenagers conscripted into battle. The fighting is brutal. Street by street, house by house, Tokyo burns again. By mid-1946, victory might come, but at a price beyond imagination. Millions dead, cities reduced to ash, a generation lost. And the question remains, would Japan ever have surrendered? Or would the nation have fought until nothing remained? The decision to drop the atomic bomb ended the war in a flash of light and shadow, but it avoided an invasion that could have shattered not only Japan, but America as well. In the end, Japan rebuilt. It rose from the ashes to become one of the world's most powerful nations. But if the invasion had gone forward, perhaps there would have been no recovery. Perhaps Japan's future would have been erased by blood, starvation, and ruin. History turned on a decision. One path led to Hiroshima, the other to Operation Downfall. One cost 2 cities. The other might have cost entire nations. It is a reminder that sometimes the most terrible choices are made to prevent even greater horrors. But what if the United States had not invaded Japan and had not used the bomb either? What if the war had dragged on year after year? That is another story.